Hello everyone, I can't believe it. I didn't think this would come so soon, but it's that time again. It's new guitar day. So in here, I hope anyway, it's a guitar I think I've wanted since the 80s. No, I know I've wanted since the 80s. And it's come here from Music Store Deutschland, Das Musik Versandhaus. And I've just noticed it's got a 3 Jahre guarantee, so 3-year guarantee. Can't say fairer than that. And the package weighs 5.5 kilos. So, what is in here? I've got to say, it's not the biggest guitar box. Presumably you know exactly what's in here, because presumably it's on a thumbnail somewhere and I've given it away, but the fact it's not the biggest guitar and it's pretty light should be a bit of a clue. I think I ordered some other stuff with this, didn't I? I'll have to check that out. I thought I ordered a strap. Right, well this is going to give it away. It's a Steinberger GT-Pro Deluxe in black. Apparently it's state of the art. Right, well here it is, and it's quite frankly massive box. Oh, I forgot it comes in its own case. So there it is in its own little carry case. This is going to be great. Is there case candy in here? My word, there is. What have we got then? What have we got? Steinberger sticker. I wonder if I can get it on the body somewhere. Instruction manual, which everyone tells you to read. What is that? Download the Gibson app. Oh, that must be like to teach to play guitar, which I definitely need. And there's the owner's manual, which I'm told you do need to read. Without further ado, let's move on to the main thing. In its shroud. You can already tell it's dinky. Which way is this going to come out? Surprisingly, it feels like a guitar. Right, well, you're seeing the black neck of it. Oh gosh, it weighs nothing. You've seen it before I have. Oh, get a look at that. Isn't it amazing? You know what, people say they're dead light. That's slightly heavier than I thought it would be. Gosh, so it's got this sort of floating Floyd Rose, which I believe you have to lock, which looks pretty locked to me before you can tune it. That's the arm, isn't it? Which would go like there. So the tremolo system. So yeah, so it floats. So if you don't lock it down, then you're going to be forever tuning it. Can you dive bomb in that? Might be locked. Because every time you tune a string, it's going to alter the tension of the floating tremolo. So I think that's locked already. So 2 humbuckers, which are kind of okay. Steinberger's own. I'd rather they were active. I mean, imagine if they were like EMGs or something. Made in Indonesia. Well, it's kind of what I expected. That's a 5-way, isn't it? Yeah. You probably can't get the 2 humbuckers alone. And I've heard 2 humbuckers and a single coil, and I've heard that single coil is a bit weak, but then I've also heard people play it and it sounds quite nice. That neck just looks so short. Is it in tune? Not really. It's gonna be a great travel guitar, and that's really nice. It feels really good, and it's really low. Like so low. Am I knocking the strings? No, I'm not. It feels like I was knocking the strings into the pickups. Yeah, that's surprisingly nice. It's very nice. Can you see that? Can you see how the tuners work on the balls work on the end of the strings? So there's a ball at each end, ball to hold it there, and a ball to hold it down here. So you can tune here. I've heard these can be quite stiff for tuning. Right. So I'm going to lock this bridge down, fire up tuner on my pedal board, and see if I can get this into tune. And then we'll come back and we'll listen to what it sounds like. Can't say fairer than that. So just how do you tune a Steinberger GT-Pro? Well, obviously there's no head, so there's no tuning machines up there. There's a ball on the string on each end that holds it in place. The bit that confuses people is the patented R-Trem floating system down here, which is a locking tremolo. And that's the first thing you have to do. You see where my finger is? There's a little lever that goes up and down. So in that position, it's locked and the bridge is no longer floating. That tremolo arm can't move, but when you do that, it's unlocked. So the first thing you do is you lock it, and then you tune your guitar as you normally would, using the tuning pegs that are down here. So individual ones, obviously, for each string. Some people say they have trouble moving these. If you do, you can actually get a screwdriver into the end of them to turn them, but I didn't need that. I've had no problem. Get the guitar in tune, then you unlock the tremolo. It's now floating, and you use this tuning peg here, this main peg, to balance the tremolo. So you move this around until the strings are back in tune. So recap. Lock it, tune it, unlock it. It'll be slightly out of tune now. Use this to balance the floating tremolo. At that point it can balance and it can go down and up. It's goes both ways. And then you might just want to fine tune again, just to make sure everything's exactly as it should be. Let me just show you. Here's one that I kind of tuned earlier, but let's just see if it's still in tune. Okay, here goes. Yep. Kind of. That's close enough for me, to be honest. And the other thing some of you might be wondering about was, I can't, and still really can't, get the tremolo arm to go in and stay in. What I found amongst the manual and stuff was a little tiny Allen key, little tiny, perhaps, I don't know, 1/2 mil, hexagonal spanner, as they're sometimes called. There's a little tiny, in fact, I can see I've not got it all the way back in. There's a little tiny thread there, I don't know if you can see it, a little tiny screw just to the side of where it goes in. I took that all the way out, pressed this in till it was tightish, and then used that to tighten it back up. And I've just noticed I haven't got it all the way back, which I'll have to check and see if that's the tremolo arm pushing it back. But to be honest, I'm still a bit dubious of it because it has still fallen out, so it's not great. And for those of you wondering, you can put the tremolo either side for exactly the same reason. You can put a strap top or bottom, which is you can make the guitar left or right-handed by just turning it upside down, which is great. You don't usually see that. Although I think I've still seen left-handed versions for sale, which is a bit strange. I don't know what you'd have to do there, whether you can just string it upside down or whether you have to do, I imagine you'd have to do something weird with a bridge if you're going to do that. But maybe there's something in the instructions I haven't read. So I'm sure they thought of that, and I'm sure that's how they make it left and right-handed. And that is how you tune a Steinberger GT-Pro. So how does it sound? And how easy is it to play? Well, I've got to be honest, to begin with, I kept finding the high strings were hard to play and my fingers was slipping off, which meant I was having trouble with like the D chord, which is weird because everything I use uses that open D. But it's getting better. How does it sound? I'll go through all the pickups. Before I do that, let's just try playing something. I've got these on, by the way, because I'm monitoring not my voice, but they're playing very, very quietly. So as this is an early 80s guitar, I think an early 80s icon, I think you can only really play 80s solos on it. Let's give it a go and see how many you recognise. Anyone recognise that? If you remember this one, there's a word for people like you. Here goes. Something like this. What do we think of that? So you heard that bombs and pulls up. It works in both directions. Let's okay, go for that sound. Let's go through all the pickups. So it's 2 humbuckers, and it's a single coil in the middle. There's no way to make it play all those humbuckers, so it's 5 positions, starting at the neck. Let's play the same thing for all of these, so you can hear what they sound like. So humbucker at the neck only. Humbucker and single coil. Single coil only. Single coil and lead humbucker at the bridge. Let's give this a go. And humbucker only at the bridge. And that's it. So I just like it as kind of as noisy as possible. And that's it really. I'm sure it's going to feature in a lot more of my videos. Can't think what else to tell you about it. I love it. Build quality wise, the jack moves around a bit, and that is still not in. Not sure I'd trust it live, which is a shame because it's about the best guitar I've got for staying in tune. Once you've got it in tune, unless you're doing loads of dive bombs on it, it stays in tune. So it's a real shame if that tremolo arm, which also, to my mind, gets in the way quite a lot. It is fun. It is fun to drive on it though, isn't it? I'm just playing that. What a child. Okay, that's it. I absolutely love this. I think they're great. It's making me want to form a band just to play it on stage, because they're so unique and brilliant, and I wanted one forever. I'd certainly wanted the bass version of it, which I might still get, because you know every guitarist should have a bass. So yeah, that's it really. So yeah, any questions, let me know. I might do follow up if somebody wants it. Until then, name that solo from the 80s. That sounds like a great game. Cracking idea that, Darren. Do you know what? I'm having a go at the other one. So yeah, name this tune just because I like playing it. Who can name the songs as a solo too? Although probably playing it so badly you can't anyway. For those of you who have stayed tuned throughout this whole thing, I'll show you what a whole song sounds like on this. Unfortunately, it's not an 80s song, but it is groovy. And it's played on the guitar I've wanted for 40 years. Steinberger GT-Pro. Well, actually, I wanted original 80s fiberglass one. So if someone would like to donate that or give me a play on one, that would be great. Okay. Thanks a lot, everyone. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. More next time I get a guitar. Bye now. Well, I'm sure you admit I made everything groovy.